Good morning, everybody. So today I've got up and I'm just doing my morning routine, and I thought, why not share that with you guys? It might be beneficial to somebody. I'm in my second trimester of my pregnancy, and this is pretty much what I do every morning. You'll hear mainly because part of that morning routine is feeding him, so he'll be around for a little bit until we get him situated. But I thought I'd just share with you guys what I'm doing today. So here we go. So first thing I like to do usually is get my smoothie started, but today we actually have this gorgeous pineapple that I got at the store. So it's ready to go. If you smell the bottom of the pineapple, you can tell if it's ripe or not. And it should smell really fragrant like a fresh pineapple, and this one does. So we're going to chop it up, and I'm going to show you how to do that, because I know some people have been asking about how to chop a pineapple. And once you know how to do it, you can save so much money, because buying this pineapple was $2.99 USD. And if you were to buy the pre-cut cubes that you can get in like a container, that can run you sometimes $5-6, depending on how big of a container of pineapple you buy, but it can be pretty ridiculous. So if you buy fresh, this is your best bet. So we're going to cut the top of it off. You want a really sharp knife for this, and firm grip on everything when you're doing it. When you cut the top off, you'll leave lots of little bits from the outside of the pineapple, all these little spikes, they'll kind of fall off. So just kind of scoop them out of the way as you go so they don't get stuck to your fresh pineapple. But if they do, it's not, world ending. So we're going to cut the top off. We're going to cut the bottom off. I'm going to get rid of this. I didn't need it. And then you want to go down the sides. So we're trying to get rid of all these spiky bits. So I just kind of look from the top down and just cut straight down the side until you reveal all the pretty pineapple flesh. And they just kind of go all the way around, and you kind of want to cut at a little bit of a curvature when you're going around, so you can see this piece isn't perfectly straight. So it's kind of at a curve, so you can maximize the pineapple that you get and minimize the waste. But if you have a compost garden or something, you could totally put this outside the pineapple on it. That would work awesome. So I have fresh pineapple in the house pretty much all the time. Being pregnant, it was one of the few things that I could eat during the first trimester that didn't make me want to throw up. So I ate a ton of pineapple. It's also really hydrating. It's got lots of magnesium in it. It's really healthy for you, especially during pregnancy. So if you're not eating pineapple, I recommend you add it to your diet. Even if you're not pregnant, anybody can benefit from the pineapple. So we're just tossing all that and getting them here. All right, so now that we got the outside of the pineapple cut off, we're going to remove the core, which you can see from the top. There's like this white circle in the middle. We want to remove that. And some people have pineapple cores. I think it's a waste of money. You don't need it. So what you do is you just kind of feel the top to where it's not as hard. You can feel how hard it is. And then you just want to cut down the side of the pineapple around the core. And your knife will go through really easily on this, unless you're hitting the core, and then it'll give some friction, and you'll feel that it's much harder. So that's the core. We're going to get rid of that. I'm going to grab some Tupperware here. Tupperware. All right, so we'll just start loading our goodies up into that. So I like to just cut it in chunks. Cut however you want. If you want rings or strips, taste some. Pretty awesome. We're definitely going to put this in our smoothie today. Oh, shout. So I leave my chunks kind of big because I'm just going to eat them anyway. Or blend them. You can see how easy the knife goes through this. It is not effort. Yes, we're going to get all this pineapple for very little effort and only $2.99. I got this pineapple at Whole Foods. It's organic. You probably get pineapple cheaper elsewhere, but I think at Whole Foods right now they are part of their Prime specials. So if you're at Whole Foods this week, check it out because you might have the same deal I did. $2.99 for an organic pineapple. And look at all that. That's crazy amount. Okay. Yes, this would cost you $6 or $7 if you bought this pre-cut at the store. Who wants to do that? Not me. Although I do often, if the pineapples don't look good. All right. Smoothie time. Smoothie time. Today I'm gonna make a green smoothie. I have some kiwis, so we're gonna do like a tropical one, especially since I just cut all this pineapple. So we're gonna make like a tropical green smoothie, which is one of my favorites actually. It's one I make often. Kind of wiping down the board. Pineapple juice is really slippery. It's got like a really high viscosity. So yeah, you might want to wipe down your board before you do anything else so you don't fling things around or cut your hand off. Seems wise. Alright. So this is my BlendTech blender. I have a commercial grade one, so it has the cover. This thing is kind of the difference between a regular and a commercial. The commercial one has the cover, so it's more quiet when you use it, and it's got more horsepower. It's badass. Daniel got it for me. I love it. We have 2 canisters because he drinks smoothies a lot too, so usually, we'll make 2, and then we can just swap them. We don't have to rinse between washes, which is pretty nice. But I use BlendTech. I'm not affiliated or sponsored with them in any way, but I just love their products. So if you're looking for a really good blender, this is an investment. It'll run you, $2,000 to $1,000 depending on what model you buy, but worth it if you make smoothies every day. So we got banana. Dino got some really pretty pears last night too. Look at these. I'm excited. We're gonna roast them and bake them in the oven. Got an orange, and we got a kiwi. A kiwi. All right, so I like to start all my smoothies with the same base, which is a banana and an orange. And I usually chunk the banana into just big chunks because then your blender doesn't have to work as hard. That's up to you. I mean, my blender could totally blend the whole thing, but why make it do it if it doesn't need to? Am I right? We're gonna wash the outside of orange. Most people don't wash oranges, but even though you're not eating the outside of this orange, we're not zesting it, you still want to wash it because you're going to be having your hands all over it while you're pulling out the fresh orange from the inside. Soon, buddy. Not yet. Yeah. I usually buy navel oranges for smoothies because they're usually the cheapest and you're blending them anyway. You don't need really big ones. If they're really big, they're usually by pound, and so I won't buy them. I'll sometimes go for like a carrot orange, which they're a little bit more expensive, but they're more, I don't know how to describe it. They're a little darker inside. The flesh is like more of a pinkish orange. They're not like a blood orange though, but they have kind of a sweeter taste. And they're really delicious, but I usually buy those if the navel oranges are just too big. So this is just a plain navel orange that I'm using today, because these are good size. You like it to be, about a small baseball is what you're shooting for if you're blending it. So the easiest way to get rid of these ends, some people have trouble at this point in peeling an orange, is go for the small end. It's got like a little nub you can pull out, and then you can split that end more easily. Ta-da. And then you can pull out this other side, just like that. This is a really pretty color. Into the blender. All right, next up, kiwi. My hands are all orangey. Hang on. It smells so good in here now. Okay, to cut a kiwi, when you buy kiwis, you want to shoot for firm ones where you can squish them and they're not too soft. You cut off both the ends. There's a number of ways to cut kiwis, but this is my preference because I can do it pretty fast. This knife's not incredibly sharp, but we're going to work with it. So we cut off each end, and then we just look over the top and trace the knife down the side, which you want to keep this really thin so you don't miss out on kiwi because they're small fruit. But you just kind of trace it down with the curvature of the fruit to remove the skin. Some people use a spoon to do this. I don't really like the spoon method. I like to use my knife. It makes quicker work for me, but maybe I'm just not very skilled with the spoon technique. I don't know. So we have kiwi. Isn't it pretty? I love kiwis. I like snacking on them. High in potassium, really high in potassium. Really good for you. Alright, so we have kiwi, banana, and orange in the blender. While my hands are all gross, let's toss in some pineapple. I'm going to do about a half cup. So we're done with this. Put this in the fridge and get what we need out of the fridge. This is a vegan smoothie, by the way. It is completely plant-based, dairy-free. Alright. So spinach is our green base. You could use spinach or kale, whatever you might have is fine. I prefer spinach in a tropical smoothie. I think the taste is a little better. A little lighter, but I'm not a big kale eater either, so kale is something I kind of have to hide in things. It's coming. So I'm going to use a handful and a half of baby organic spinach. And then So Delicious coconut milk, dairy-free, plain. This is my preferred. It's really great for smoothies and really awesome just with like a bowl of fresh fruit. If you like something a little sweeter, you can add a little natural vanilla to it. It's just about gone. Usually I'd only do 2 spoonfuls, but there's a little bit. So we'll just stick it all in there. Recycle, recycle, recycle. Hang on a second. All right, next up is organic hemp hearts. Really high in all sorts of good stuff. So these have a lot of omegas, which are very important for pregnancy. They're also really high in protein. They're ready to eat. They have a ton of iron in them, and they have omega-3 and omega-6. So hemp hearts are a really good one for pregnancy and anyone on a plant-based vegan. So we're going to do about a tablespoon of hemp hearts. And these are basically shelled hemp seeds, is what hemp hearts are. And then we're also going to do organic chia seeds, which also have omega-3s and a lot of fiber. They're also really high in calcium. These will also keep you full longer. So if you're looking to lose weight, they're really good for that, as they'll help fill you up. They expand when they meet water, so it kind of takes up more room in your stomach. And then we have non-dairy original organic pea milk, which is by Ripple, and it's my preferred smoothie liquid. And we're going to put about a cup or 8 ounces into the blender. Almost your turn, buddy. That's that. I like my green smoothies cold, so we're also going to do a handful of ice. And that's everything that's going to go in there. If you're wearing headphones, cover your ears now, because I'm going to blend this thing and it's probably going to be loud. So apologies now. Here we go. If you don't have a high-powered blender, I'd recommend blending twice. But once will do the job for us. Manly, it's almost time, buddy. There you go. Tropical green smoothie, one of my go-tos. Always delicious. Cheers. All right, the cat's next. Manly, is it time to eat? You guys will get a kick out of this. He gets really excited. Oh my gosh. So we give him I Am Loving You, Oh My Cod, grain free. He digs this stuff. He gets wet food twice a day. Are you ready, baby? You want some cod? It's actually not as loud today as it usually is. It's coming. Yeah. It's coming. Okay. There you go. So he always gets that right after I make my smoothies, so he gets pretty excited. Alright, so the rest of the morning I usually listen to some music, relax, do a little meditation for about 10 minutes, and check up on messages, things like that. I also get the kitchen cleaned up from the previous night's dinner and my smoothie that I just made. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on those things. And thank you for hanging out today and watching me make my morning tropical green smoothie, as well as feeding Manly and cutting up a pineapple. So hope to see you guys next time. Please be sure to subscribe here if you enjoy my channel and my content. I do cooking, city life, vlogs, pregnancy stuff now that I'm pregnant, and gaming. So please subscribe, like this video if you want to see more, and you can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at LoveFoodFluent. So thanks for watching. Bye guys.